Let's get some price picks in today, guys. We're going to do a lot of recapping. I put a ton of picks in over these past 3 days, and I want to show you a bit about how these OddsJuice picks really go. So Wednesday's picks, not good. 2 and 4 here. You can see this is the one I posted on YouTube. Did not go well, and I did almost hit the 6 for 6. Now, I'm not trying to give you guys worst picks. I just so happened to put this pick at 5, this pick at 6. This one did better. In the long run, my OddsJuice picks do pay off, and I'll show you a bit of my slips throughout the days. So these are just some correlation slips that did not pan out. And you can see Thursday, I hit, I think, 3, 5 for 6. So this is a correlation slip. Unfortunately, Baker Mayfield was not passing to Mike Evans, so it did not pay off. But still, 5 out of 6 there. Another slip I put in, 4 and 2 here. This is the one I posted on the community tab. Again, so happened to be the worst one of the day because I also hit this 5 for 6 here. Eric Gordon screwed me over here. And then right here, Jonathan Huberdeau in the NHL screwed me over. So you can see 3 5 for 6s. And I did the math. And just yesterday, I hit 25 out of 37 of my picks, which is 68% hit rate. Obviously, it's not going to be every day. That's a very good hit rate. And it's unfortunate I didn't even hit that 6 for 6. But you have to understand, on price picks, you only have to win 54% of your picks on 5 and 6 flexes. So if you're hitting 55 and above, you're basically really good. So that's why on OddsJuice, we give you picks that are above that 55% threshold. You can see on Underdog, same concept. It is a bit higher, 55% on 5 powers. So you do want to be getting a bit better picks. And you can see here, another bad beat. Christian Wood did go over here. Almost got this 100 into 2K. And some other stuff here. You could say this is the only one I hit. Lopez correlated with Giannis, because Giannis is getting points over Lopez and he's not passing to Lopez. So I'm always thinking of things like this. But anyways, we'll get into the picks for today, and I'm going to do a bit of live picks here. I'm going to probably put 2 or 3 entries, see what is on the OddsJuice dashboard, and we'll check it out here. So I'll tell you exactly how I'm thinking about how I'm putting these picks. So first pick right away I see is Clint Capella. So obviously you want to sort in order of fair odds, so above that 54% threshold, the higher the better. But I'm also in the NBA specifically and NFL, but today's an NBA video. I like to think about a bit of correlation in my slips. So, if I'm taking Clint Capella over 20.5 PRA, who does that pair nicely with? Now, I could check on the search bar if there's Atlanta, if there's anyone else here. So I was thinking more like Trae Young. If Trae Young over assists existed, then that would be a good pairing. I did that about 2 nights ago when I took his over points with Trae Young's over assists, and I believe Trae pushed, but Clint did hit. So Murray on the under 1.5 3 points made, I kind of like this. So we're going to think about this, put this in the back pocket for now. I might pair these two in the same slip, because if Clint Capella is getting PRA, Murray's probably taking less shots and, of course, less threes, meaning he's not going to hit his 3 points. It's small correlation there. Victor Wembanyama, we're going to grab him on the over 17.5, just because it's next highest pick on the board. And again, you're thinking assisters on the Spurs. Is there anyone that we could take here? In this case, no. So that's the pick we're going to go with. Terry Rozier, we're going to grab him on the under 29.5 PRA. Again, check him in Charlotte. If there's any other players we could pair this with. I also see his under 21.5 points. And the reason I like this pick, and I probably will take it over the PRA, is because we're getting a full point extra on this. So 52% chance that he goes under this 20.5. We're getting 21.5. So that, you think 1 point's not a lot? That's a ton, especially in the NBA. So we're going to go with this instead of the PRA. Take Terry Rozier. And we saw that other pick. I believe it was, who was that other one? Michael Porter. Oh, no, that's not Charlotte. Don't worry about that. So we're going to replace this PRA with the, I don't know what's happening here. Price Picks really needs to fix their shit. So we're going to grab him on under 21.5 points instead of the PRA. So we're going to grab this. I like to hide my picks to know that I already put them in. And then they get basically put in this hidden picks tab. So I know I already put them in. I'm not going to be repeating my picks over. So we're going to grab Clint again, hide this, and Victor, hide that. So next one I see here, I'm looking for a bit of correlation. So I want to split by team maybe. So I see, okay, Ben Simmons, Mikal Bridges. Again, this is what I don't want. I don't want to take 2 over PRAs from 2 people on the same team, because if one guy is going off, the other guy is less likely to go off, right? Mikal's getting all these PRA. Ben Simmons is probably getting less points, rebounds, assists, because Mikal's stealing those rebounds, assists, and points from Ben Simmons. But again, I do like this Mikal Bridges pick because we get that 1 PRA extra. So 33.5, 52% chance to go over that 33.5. We're getting at 32.5. So we're actually going to grab Mikal over there, over 32.5 PRA, and hide this one. So I don't see any real good correlation between picks here. So Doncic over assist. If we had like Kyrie over points, that would be a good one. But basically no value on Kyrie, so he's not on the board. And just in general, Jamal Murray under 33.5 PRA, nothing too crazy here. OKC, so okay, this is decent, right? We got Chet Holmgren over 6 rebounds, could pair nicely with Giddey under rebounds because they could be competing for rebounds. So if one guy's going under, the other guy's likely to go over, and you could also grab his PRA with this. So we're actually going to grab his PRA instead. Yep, his PRA over 19.5, and we're going to take Giddey, who is the other pick. And for my 6 leg, I always like to add those push lines. So push lines are just basically, you know, when there's a 0.0, so that means if it does land exactly 8, there's going to be a push. I like to put these in 6 flexes because if this guy does push, it reverts down to a 5 flex, which is essentially the same payout in terms of fair odds. You still need 54-ish% on 5 and 6 flexes, but it's very unlikely that this guy's going to get 9 rebounds. So you have that chance of pushing and winning. So it's about like 65-ish% that he had these pushes or wins. And if he does push, you get that 5 flex. If he does win, even better. Obviously, if he loses, you get screwed. But this is going to be the first pick I'm going to go with. So 80 into 2K. And that's basically how I think about my picks. Oh, I'm doing a promotion. Oh, I didn't know that's how it works. They changed Flex Friday how it works now. So now you go in promotions tab and you have to actually opt in and then place it. So whatever, I'm going to lock this in unprotected, 80 to 2K. Tells me the first slip. Now the next slip, I'll just show you. That's kind of how I'm thinking about. When there's not correlation, I kind of just take the top picks on the board. So Sacramento here, nothing there. And then Utah, again, there's that little rebound correlation that maybe one guy's going over, the other guy's more likely to go under. But nothing too crazy, honestly. So I'm just going to take the next pick. Just starting from the top, we're going to take Tatum under 9.5 rebounds. Is going to be the first one. And I already took Terry Rozier under 21.5 points. So Prizepicks not going to allow me to take his under PRA. It's just how the limits work for me. So I'm not going to be able to take that, but that's also a good pick. Then we're going to go with Kuminga over 9.5. Kuminga over 9.5. So these are the first two. And De'Aaron Fox over 1.5. 3 points made. So I like to also, once I see we're tapering off at like minus 125, minus 124. We could take Scoot actually, because minus 124 is good. Take Scoot here over 12.5 points. But once I start to get to like this point at 55.36%, I like to mix in some other sports. So we could check in the NHL here. You can see there's a bit better value in Eric Comrie over goalie saves and in the under assists on Robert Thomas. Now the rest are still okay, but I like to, you know, kind of stack out the entries for the YouTube videos especially. So we're going to go with Eric Comrie over 28.5 goalie saves. Switch over to the NHL. And that is going to be another pick. So now we have 5 picks, but as I said, I like to add in that push line. And there's none in the NHL right now, so we're going to go over to NBA. I think the best one, honestly, it's just Lauri Markkanen. 50% chance to go under 7.5. We're getting that 8 as that sort of protection. So we're going to grab him. And it's going to be another entry for NBA and NHL. So we're going to grab this and another 80 for 2K here. Now, the last one I want to do is just probably a correlation slip in college football. So there is 2 games tonight. So we'll check if the QB could pair with his receiver here. And it seems like no. So you see here for CHA, there's no receiver to pair, but for FAU there is. So we're going to grab these 2 guys together. And we'll go into the MLB. I don't know if it started today. Okay, it does start today. So as I've been doing in other videos, I like to go with pitching outs. I grab the teams under or over. Depends. I mean, it's just how I'm feeling. I'm going to grab Texas under pitching outs. And if you grab the hits, runs, RBIs of whoever Texas is playing versus, so in this case, Arizona, you have a very good chance that when these guys are all hitting together, so, you know, someone could run another guy in, someone could hit, run, home run, could knock everyone in. So all these could literally hit in one inning, but I realized I screwed up here. I put a Texas player in here. So we're going to put in Lords instead. So Arizona, if these guys are all hitting, it's likely that Nathan's letting in a lot of runs, which means he's not pitching well, which means he gets subbed out. And if these guys are running in, they could be homering each other in. Doesn't matter, right? This is a good slip, all correlated, and you still get that 25x payout. So this one's correlated because Daniel Richardson is getting his passing yards, giving to his passing yards to his receiver. So these 2 should hit together. And then exactly the same concept for MLB, except a bit different in the sense that you're hoping the whole team does good, and that makes the other team not do good, right? So we're going to lock this in for another entry. So that's 3 entries. And honestly, I'm going to probably put in some underdog entries after. I'm not sure if you guys are interested in underdog picks. If you guys are, comment below, because I never do underdog picks, but I do play it pretty much even more than Prizepicks. I've also been playing on Thrive a bit. It's a bit of a newer platform. I don't know if it's as popular, but they do have the best payouts 4, 4, and 5 for 5s. So they don't have flex, but it's all powers. And we actually are partnered with them. So if you do want to sign up, use the link in the description. You get 100% first deposit match up to $250. So free $250 right there. And you have the 0.5 points on Steph Curry. So that's for tonight, but I'm pretty sure if you sign up tomorrow too, they're still going to have a 0.5 for some other players. Now, if you actually do sign up on Thrive with our code, email us at info@oddjuiceinc.com. All of the steps are in the description, but if you deposit at least 25 and play that 25, we'll give you 1 month free on OddsJuice, no credit cards. So you'll have access to all these picks. You can see right now, I mean, there's all kinds of picks really. Though I just gave you 3 entries, but you can see there's like hundreds of picks across parlay play, price picks, underdog. So it is a good investment. Honestly, guys, we do hit at around 55 to 56% of our picks. So if you guys are interested in that, those are the picks for today. So 3 entries, 2 correlated, 2 other NBA picks. That's cash.